All right, we back. Motor Street Sports Talk. Got some news coming in about Ezekiel Ansah and a new team, man. We talked about him visiting the Seattle Seahawks about a week or two ago, and it seems like Ziggy Ansah will sign with the Seattle Seahawks or has signed with them. Let's talk about the particulars and the impact. Motor Street Sports Talk, we in the building. Appreciate everybody for checking in. One time for the one time we grinding. Make sure that subscribe button, bell icon button, won't miss another video. And Ziggy signs for a 1-year deal for $5.5 million. All right, and it has an incentives that can get him at least $8 million. So, Seattle traded Frank Clark. If you're wondering why they were interested in Ziggy Ansah, they traded Frank Clark after they re-upped with Russell Wilson, making him the highest paid player in NFL history, I believe it was. And they had franchise tag for Frank Clark from the University of Michigan, and obviously they wasn't gonna pay him long term. Play him and Russell Wilson. Seahawks is a very cheap organization for real, but traded Frank Clark to the Chiefs for a first round pick, I think it was, and now they needed a defensive end. Now Cliff Everett was a former Detroit Lion that was over for the Seahawks. He had a career-ending injury. I think it was a neck injury. So, Ziggy Ansah going over there. Ziggy Ansah was very productive when he played last year, and that's when he played. Availability is the best ability, but that's the ability that Ziggy Ansah ain't had in a couple seasons. So, I don't know if Seattle was planning to use him as a full-time defensive end. I said the Lions should have used him as a situational defensive end. But with the Detroit Lions' luck, watch Ziggy Ansah go over there and get 15 or 17 sacks, have a career year, because the ability is still there. You seen last year when he was there, it was a different tone up front. He was getting pressures, he was getting sacked, but you know what? As soon as he started getting hot and getting started and doing his thing, he got injured. So that was a problem. So, and he didn't fit what they wanted to do in Detroit. No way. They want those. Matt Patricia want those big, slow ass defensive linemen. Play that scheme that he play up front. He won't big guys out there. And like Trey Flowers and Deshaun Hand at the ends. Really, he want them at the ends. And Snack Harrison, even though Hand will play the 3 technique this year probably. He want big guys in there, man. He don't want those fast, twitchy defensive ends. And that's how the Patriot system always have been with Richard Seymour and just, big, bulky-ass linebackers. And like I said before, man, it's just like, I just don't agree with the scheme. I like Terrell Austin's scheme better, but hey, it is what it is for Ziggy Ansah. Wish him the best, to be honest. As long as he don't come back and tear us up, which I don't think we play Seattle this year. Wish him the best. He gave us what he had. It ain't like he cheated the game. Just his body couldn't hold up. Football is a very demanding sport. And a lot of people who didn't play it don't understand what goes into it. Or training in the off season, eating right. Your body, the grind never stops from football, really. Because you train in the off season, you eating right. You might get a month, 2 months off in the NFL. Maybe you take 3-4 months off, but then you risk not being in shape. When you're not in shape, you risk injuries, soft tissue injuries. You risk Achilles, ACL tears, MCL sprains and tears. You risk, pectoral muscles being torn. So, it is what it's hard to really balance the rest and then getting ready to get, the grind for the off season and lift weights, man. And that's why I salute a lot of guys that, tend to retire, on time or on point. You know what I'm saying? Or like Patrick Willis before their time. Listen to your body before your body break down. And, Ziggy Ansah, I thought he should have took the year off, if anything. Let his body recuperate a little bit, rest, do some light training and listen to his body and see if he can continue on. But, obviously he wanted to get that bread. He got $5.5 for 1 year from the Seattle Seahawks and potential to make $8 million. So we'll see what happens. You know how it goes with the former Lions. They go somewhere else and they tear it up and be like superstars and stuff. But not wishing nothing bad about for Ziggy, man. But it's Motor City Sports Talk. Appreciate everybody for checking in. I'll link an article in the description proving the story to be truthful. Make sure you follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. Keep sharing the videos. It's the best way to help your boy out. And, man, shout out to Ziggy Ansah, man. Hopefully he healthy, hopefully able to keep providing food on his family table and, hopefully get better and he find a niche out there in Seattle. We